So laptop computers are measured according to the diagonals of their screens. A 16-inch laptop has a screen that is 9 inches tall. How wide is the screen? Okay, so again, a picture of what they're saying will be nice. So let's do that. Okay, so here we have a laptop screen. It's a rectangle, right? And they say laptop computers are measured according to the diagonals. So when it says a 16-inch laptop, what it means is it means from corner to corner is 16 inches. You see how I figured that out? It says laptop computers are measured according to their diagonals. A 16-inch laptop, meaning 16-inch diagonal. So whenever they say I have a 16-inch laptop, they mean the diagonal 16 inches. Okay, and then it says 9 inches tall. Okay, so this screen is 9 inches tall. So this side is 9, or you could do the other side, it doesn't matter. Right, you could do, this is also 9, whatever. Okay, now, what's their question? How wide is the screen? So this width from there to there, what is that width? All right, well, you probably are seeing very clearly now what we're gonna do. We have a right angle right here. And I'm not even gonna, I'm just gonna focus on this part of the triangle right here. I don't even need the other part, right? I mean, this part of the rectangle, just that triangle on the bottom. That's all I'm gonna focus on, is that right there? Okay, and for any right triangle, whenever we see a right triangle, whenever we see a right triangle, right, like triangle that has a 90-degree angle, like right there, what do we always use? A squared plus B squared is C squared, right? The Pythagorean theorem, A squared plus B squared is C squared. That's what we always use anytime we have a right triangle. Okay, now the question is, the million-dollar question, which side is C?
$16.
Yes, good. C is always the side across from the right angle. It's the longest side, right? If you, A squared plus B squared, those two add up to equal C squared. He's got to be the biggest one. He's the longest one. So this side over here is the longest side. The side across from the right angle is always the longest side. So you got to be careful to make sure you get that part right. That's your C. Now the other two, it doesn't matter. You can call this W squared plus 9 squared, or you can go 9 squared plus W squared. Whatever, it doesn't matter at all. It'll work either way. As long as you've got the C right, A and B are interchangeable because they're just added together. It doesn't matter. That makes sense? So the C has got to be the longest side, the side across from the right angle. That's always C. Okay, now let's solve this thing. So we've got W squared plus 81. Use your calculator here. This is the wall of separation here. Okay, 16. Let's see. Be 256. Oh, here I could do that more slowly. Here, let me do that more slowly. This means 9 times 9, and this means 16 times 16. I think you know. And so yeah, it's 256. Or just use the power button either way. Okay. We're solving for W. Now W is saying, I want to be alone. So we subtract 81 from both sides. Bring this down. And then use your calculator, 256 minus 81. And I'm getting 175, okay? And what's the last step now to turn it into regular, to get rid of that 2 power, just get W alone. I gotta get rid of that 2 power somehow because I just want regular W, right? So what's the last step that gets rid of a 2 power? Everybody know that?
Square root.
The square root, exactly. We do it to both sides, huh? Like that, and it cancels out. And so you just get W alone. The root, the square root, cancels out the 2 power. And so then, so you got to do it to both sides though, right? That's always the case. Whatever you do to one side of an equal sign, you have no choice but to do the same thing to the other. And I'm getting 13.228. So the answer, I'm going to bring it over here, 13.228. They say round to the nearest hundredth. What's the hundredth? That's the second place. Remember how the place values go? This is the tenths. This is the hundredth. So they want, that's their way of saying the second place. 100 has 2 zeros. Second place. So that 8, round that up, it's going to be 13.23, isn't it? When we round it, 13.23. We round up that 2. So there we go, 13.2. So how wide would the screen be? 13.23 inches. So if they tell us the diagonal and they give us the height, we can find the width using the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared is C squared. There we go.